Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I'm a self-employed mama of 4. My husband and I recently became debt-free and are now working towards saving up 6 months worth of expenses for a fully funded emergency fund. We use a zero-based budget and the cash stuffing methods to stay on track because our biggest goal is to invest wisely and to give generously. So if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned. Well, hey you guys, I am so excited to be hanging out with you again. In this video, I'm going to be doing a cash stuffing for the first week of March, which I cannot believe I am even saying, but I am going to be using my budget binder, and this will be like the first time that I've used this like bound version for an entire month. So I just wanted to really quick show you guys what that looks like. And let's see here. There we go, month 3. So since it's March, I'll be using month 3, and it really doesn't matter because it's not dated or anything, but I just felt like using month 3 because it's the beginning of March. So I am going to be doing my weekly wallet tracker today for you guys, just so that you can kind of see what that looks like. And then I did go ahead and put in all of our sinking funds and our variable expenses. So the variable expenses I consider kind of both like our high and low priority binders, because those are binders we spend money out of quite often. I stuff these envelopes just to kind of like help us stay on track and stay within budget, because the categories in our high and low priority binders are the categories that we may, go over budget in. So I like to cash stuff for those. So I kind of consider those variable expenses. Some of them are more like true sinking funds, but for the most part, they're variable expenses. So I have high and low priority over here, and then over here is where I have my more true sinking funds. So I'll hold this up so you guys can maybe see it a little bit better. But that's what I started with doing. And I make our main budget in the Every Dollar app. So my husband and I both have that app on our phone, and we can check it at any time. It's connected to our bank account. So anytime we use our debit card or a bill gets auto drafted out of our checking account, it will show up on the app, and then we can drag and drop it into its correct category and just kind of keep an eye on our budget in that way. But this is kind of where I keep track of all of our cash stuffing type things that are related to our budget. So then on this side, I did plan out our savings challenges for the month of March, and these numbers back here, this is for the entire month. So like $100 for groceries. This is just the cash. We budget between $1,000 and $1,200 a month for groceries, but I do most of my grocery shopping online. So I just budgeted $100 for like our cash envelopes in case we need to run out and grab a couple things during the week or during the month at any time. So these numbers are for the entire month, and then these numbers are also for the entire month for all of our savings challenges. And then for the most part, our cash planning kind of stays the same, because what I do with these numbers here is I divide them by 4. So I looked, and I'll be cash stuffing 4 times in March because there are 4 weeks. And so I just divided all of these numbers by 4 and then kind of put together my cash planning page. So you can see I have all of our categories that we're stuffing this month on the cash planning page. And if I need to make any adjustments, I just pull out my cash planning notepad and we'll do cash planning that way for that specific week if we need to make some adjustments with our budget. But this is kind of like my template for the month when it comes to cash planning. So, and then as the month progresses, I will track my online spending right here. So I like to keep it super simple, and that's just me. I also like to use pen and paper when it comes to this kind of thing. I like to have the digital app like on our phones, because that way my husband and I can look at it anytime we want to, and it's kind of right at our fingertips, where as this is more just for like our cash stuffing. So I am gonna keep this out, and I'm actually gonna go back to the weekly wallet tracker page, and I'm gonna write my categories down really quick so you guys don't have to watch me do that, and then we will get going with my wallet. Okay, so I went ahead and I wrote my categories for my wallet, and I'm just gonna really quick plan how much I'm gonna put in my wallet for the week, and I will do that with you guys. My camera's having such a hard time focusing. Okay, and I will do that with you guys so that you can actually see like what that process looks like when I go through and plan how much I'm gonna stuff in my wallet. So groceries has 5 left, and I budgeted 25 for this week, so I think I'm gonna put 20 in my wallet. And then we'll put the extra 5 into like our sinking funds envelope. my personal spending cash, we're gonna stuff what I have left into our savings challenges. So we'll be starting over. And my husband and I actually are stuffing less into our like personal spending money this month, and I'll share why in a little bit. But I'm just gonna put the entire 25. So we're each gonna do 100 for the entire month for personal spending. Eating out, I'm gonna do 20. I'm gonna do 20 for drinks. Kids still has 10, so I'm gonna roll that over. And I'm just gonna put 10 right here so I know how much I started with. Nails, I do need to desperately get a fill, so I'm gonna put 60 into this envelope, and then we'll put 5 into kindness, and then miscellaneous we're gonna roll over. So we'll just put 5 here though, so that I know for next time how much I started with. So that's kind of what I would look at when I'm cash stuffing, just to know like how much I'm gonna cash stuff into each envelope. So let's go ahead and do that. So for groceries, like I said, I've got 5 left over. Oh my gosh, I keep catching my finger on my envelopes. So we're gonna do 25 total. And I have found if I don't explain this in every video, somebody always is like really confused. So we don't just budget $25 a week for groceries. We have 4 kids and they are like insane when it comes to like snacks and food. I'm gonna set this aside for my savings challenge because that's left over, and then I'm gonna stuff 25 into my envelope for this week for personal spending. But I do most of my grocery shopping online, and so I will order it and then I'll go pick it up and bring it home. It saves me time, I stay within budget, and I don't make impulse purchases. So I choose to grocery shop that way. The money we stuff in our sinking funds or like in my wallet, that's for when we run out of milk or bread and need to just run out and grab 1 or 2 things. So eating out, I'm doing 20, and I know I've got some 20s in here that are kind of bad. Well, actually, a lot of these are pretty good. So we'll use those thinner 20s because the money in my wallet usually gets spent, so. All right, and then kids we're rolling over. Nails, I am doing 60. So I'm gonna pull that out of my low priority sinking funds. Okay, so I forgot I condensed this. Oh yeah, I said I was doing 60. How can I make this work? I think I'm only stuffing 20 this week. Yes, so we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna take those 2 out. So this 20 I would have stuffed in my self-care envelope, but I just basically made change for it right here. So if I'm gonna stuff 60, we're gonna do that, and then we'll leave the other 60 in here. There we go, crisis averted. All right, and then kindness is gonna get 5. And this is just for any like random act of kindness. I usually just like leave a bigger tip than I normally would. But sometimes if I'm like physically inside of like a coffee shop, I'll just give them the 5 and say like, can you put this towards the next person's like coffee drink or something, or their order. All right, and then that's it for the wallet. So then miscellaneous had 5 still, so we are just gonna roll that over. Oh, I need to take my change out. And I already took my receipts out. They were all from my business, and so I scanned those into my QuickBooks thing that I have already, but I also scanned them into my Fetch Rewards app, which is an app that basically it's a rewards app. So you can scan in your receipts, those receipts turn into points, and then you redeem the points for gift cards. So As always, I'll leave my referral code up on the screen in case you want to check it out. We both get bonus points when you scan in your first receipt. So it's like my favorite rewards app. The only one I ever remember to use because it's just so simple. So next week, I will try to remember to use, like, I usually do this off camera, but I'm going to try to do it like on camera so you guys can see. But next week when we unstuff and restuff my wallet, I'll write down like how much I spent and then how much I had left over. And it just kind of helps me like track my spending habits. So let's go over to our cash planning page. And if this gets in the way, I might move it, but I'm going to try to leave it out for you guys just so you can kind of like follow along and see how I do this. I normally do all that off camera, but I've had some questions in the comments. And so I wanted to kind of break it down a little bit because it's been a while since I've done that. And I know I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but we are cash stuffing a total of $1,650 this week into our sinking funds and our savings challenges. So, okay, groceries, we did 20 in the wallet, so we are gonna do 5 in our sinking funds envelope. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, $90. For clothing, we are stuffing 25. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 45, 50. So $350. This is specifically like adult clothing. We have a separate envelope for our kids' clothing. Beauty, and here is just like a close-up again. So beauty is getting $20 and I'm cash stuffing a $20 bill. So this is how I know like which denominations that I am cash stuffing. So now beauty has 170. Household is getting 40. So now it has 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 125. Pet care is going to be getting $20. So now it has 100, 150, 200, 20, 40, 50. So we did have a sad day at the Franks household this week. We have 3 dogs and we have 2 huge German Shepherds, and then we have a chocolate lab who would have been 15 in July, but she passed away like 3 or 4 days ago. 4 days ago. Oh my gosh, it's been 4 days already. So the kids, I mean, we all took it pretty hard, but oh, vehicle maintenance is not getting stuffed, is it? No. We have $1,600 in here, which is perfect for right now. So yeah, she was just really old. I mean, she lived a really good full life. 15 is really old for a lab. Lawn care is getting 20. So we have $525 in lawn care. So we did have her cremated. We brought her in, and so I'll have to unstuff some money out of pet care for that. Kind of an unexpected expense. I mean, we knew it was probably coming soon, but it doesn't make it any less sad. So medical is getting 50. So now we have 1,000 set aside in our savings account, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 500. So $1,500 saved up in medical. It was really sad too, because like obviously we were sad and like crying, but I feel like the our 2 German Shepherds, like really, it hit them really hard. They were really mopey for a couple days, and I think dogs know that kind of stuff, like they pick up on that. So copays now has, I gave it 25, it now has 100, 20, 40, 50, 55, 155. But a lot has been happening that I've been kind of waiting to share, and I think we're at a place now where I can share some of this. Health is getting $20. So I actually am adding a couple new envelopes to our setup. I know, shocking. So I'm gonna run and grab those here. Once I'm done with this binder, I'm gonna run and grab those envelopes because they will likely be put in our low priority for right now. But tax prep is getting 50. And the new envelopes will kind of like give away the secret that I've been keeping. Okay, so 1,000 is set aside in our in a separate envelope. It's set aside. Anyway, 100, 200, 3, 4, 450, 500. So $1,500 saved up in tax prep. I feel like that's more than enough, but we are stuffing 50 a week this month just because I really want to make sure we have enough. So memberships is not getting stuffed. We are way ahead with that envelope. So I'm going to go grab the new envelopes that I made. Okay. Some of these have nothing to do with the secret that I've been keeping, but they're something that I've wanted to add to my setup for quite a long time. I don't know when exactly I'll start stuffing these, but I do want to get them into my binder at least. And I might even add like a new binder, like the dark gray one. I just really love all the new SOPHIE colors and I want to have them all in my setup. So I'm like, oh, maybe I'll just start a new binder. Why not? But okay, so here is, oh my gosh. Did you guys hear that? So Bo is like, he's our male German Shepherd, and then Ziva is our female, and she's actually Bo's mom. So we have the mom, and then Bo is from her very first litter. But Bo is like 100 pounds, and he just laid down, and it sounds literally like a horse just laid down. It's so funny when he lays down. But anyway, I don't know if you guys heard that or not. So I am getting really into canning, and so I wanted to create, like I've been pulling out of like random envelopes, like household, home, groceries for stuff for canning, but I want to have like a completely separate envelope for that. So I made an envelope for canning. So the next few horses, I'll explain in a second. Okay. So I added envelopes too for school expenses and farmer's market because spring is coming and I'm going to want to start saving up for the farmer's market. And then school expenses, we just keep getting like all these random, like different things coming from the school, field trips and just random stuff. So I wanted to have an envelope for that. So this one will go in the kids binder. I think though that canning and farmer's market will probably go in low priority for now. And then fresh beef and pork. So we buy our meat from a local farmer. And so it's a pretty big bill all at once. So I just want to, we just got a half a cow and half a pig. So we'll be good for a while, but I want to start cash stuffing for when we need to make that purchase again. And then these other ones, so pool, chickens, garden, horses, we are moving. So we bought a new house, which I'm so excited about. And some of these things like horses, this is not going to be something that happens anytime soon, but I do need to start saving up for it. So we are moving to a farm and I'm so excited. It's been a really rocky experience just with like the economy. Buying a house when you're self-employed is a whole new like ball game. And we had to do manual underwriting and like there's just all of this stuff that went along with it. So it's been about a month and a half that we've been working on this process, but we close within the next week. So I'm like, I think it's time that I can share this with you guys. So we are super excited. So horses is something that I want to start saving up for. I grew up with horses. We did 4-H and horse shows and we were really big into like barrel racing. So I just want to get horses again. And that's been a huge dream of mine since, I mean, forever. And then the new house does have a pool, so we're going to need to save up for those expenses. We will be getting chickens this spring, so I definitely want to start saving for that. And then I finally have room for a big garden. So these will likely just get put at the back of my low priority binder for right now. But, and I think, yeah, all of these will, because I did not budget for these at all for March. We just need to like close on our house and then like get all of that done before I start like messing too much with our budget, because some of our expenses are going to change, our mortgage is going to change, yada, yada, yada. So, and we have not sold this house yet because there's still so many renovations. And so once we are all moved out, Chris is going to finish up all of the unfinished projects in the house, and then we will put the house up for sale. So I don't know exactly when that's going to happen, but yeah, so that is the exciting news. And so if I've seemed like I've been incognito or low-key stressed out, I kind of have been, because we've been just super like busy with all of the like back end of all the house stuff getting packed up. I mean, I would say 70% of our house is packed up right now. So yeah, it's just been kind of crazy, but I'm excited to finally be able to share that with you guys. So, all right, eating out is getting $40. So now we have $70 in eating out. And it's kind of crazy because we weren't really looking to buy a house or anything like that. It just kind of popped up and we were like, let's go look at it. And then we fell in love. And I mean, wait, how much did I put 40 in here? I can't do that. I can't do that because I put 20 in my wallet already. So we're going to put 20 in eating out. So we have 50. And then drinks, same thing. I'm going to put 20 in here. Gosh, this bill is so thin. Come on. But yeah, it was like the perfect storm. So anyway, this is my leftover spending cash. So I'm also going to stuff that into my savings challenges. What does Chris have left over? Who should we stuff his to? Because he's going to get 25. Let's stuff his into the saving challenges too. He doesn't care. He doesn't really spend much of his own spending money. He's pretty low maintenance. Self-care, we already stuffed. Date night is getting skipped. Family fun is getting skipped. Gifts is getting 25. So that's kind of why I am stuffing way less into my sinking funds and more into savings challenges, because I just like really want to get our like savings higher. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 115, 120. So anyway, we went and looked at the house. We fell in love. It just, yeah, it's our forever home. So home is getting 50. So now we have $100, $200, $250, $260. The kids are super excited too. Organizing, it's getting 25. So now it has 100, 20, 40, 45, 145 in organizing. Freeze dryer is actually getting skipped. Renovations is getting 100. So we have $1,000, $1,500, $1,600, $1,700, $1,800 in renovations. Hockey rink is getting skipped. We are like way ahead with this envelope. So travel is also getting skipped. And then miscellaneous. I budgeted 5, but I already put that into my wallet. So let's get these new envelopes just put back here. I'm going to decide what to do with them later. I just wanted to like make them because I was so excited. So I think I'll definitely have to start a different binder because that's a lot of envelopes, but either way, it's all so exciting. All right, so this is our kids binder. So I'm gonna put school expenses, I'll just put it right here. And I did not, again, budget for that one for this month, but kids clothing is getting, 25. So we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 65, 165. Back to school is getting 20. So today is Thursday and tomorrow is the new product drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 470, 480. Whoops. Let's try that again. 100, 2, 3, 4, 450, 470, 490, 500 in back to school. But all the new like Saffiano Sophies. So like this material. So these Sophies, the 2 new colors of these are launching. The new money bag is launching. I have new envelope bundles that are launching. And then we are restocking the white and the nude of the Sophie. And then the chic wallets. So super excited about that. Hockey is getting skipped. Gymnastics is getting 25. So right after this, I have to stop at the post office and then 100, 120, 130, 135. Right when I get to the shop, I need to go live on Instagram and I'm going to do like kind of a Q&A type thing. I might try to go live. All the kids are getting 5. I might try to go live on YouTube as well. I didn't really like announce it or schedule it, but we can maybe see who hops on because I know some people don't have Instagram. 20, 30, 35, 40. But I just want to like, if people want to see like products, I mean, in person instead of just in a photo, I want to be able to do that. Rowan's getting 5. and just answer questions so like everyone is ready to go for tomorrow and they're not confused about anything. So Bristol has $20, $30, $35, $40. And then Kids Miscellaneous is getting a 10. So they have 70 in here. You know what? I'm going to actually not do that. We're going to just put it in school expenses, just so this one has like a little something to start with. Perfect. All right, that's it for the kids. And then our last sinking funds binder is our holiday sinking funds. So I put this in here because I just think it's so cute. I got this from Steph. So I made a reel over on Instagram, and then I should post it on YouTube too, but she sent me a really sweet package of stuff. So, oh, pay attention, Emily. I got distracted by my cute little charm there. So Easter is getting, I gotta flip the page here, 20. So it has $100, $200, $250, $270, $290, $300 in Easter. Mother's Day is getting 10. So now it has 100, 150, 170, 180, 190. Father's Day is getting a 5. So it has 95. And then we're skipping 4th of July, Halloween, and Thanksgiving, but we are gonna stuff Black Friday with 15. So we have 50, 70, 80, 90, 95. Christmas is getting its usual 50. So now Christmas has 500, 556, 20, 30. So $630 in Christmas. I did have an alarm just go off. So if that seemed like there was a weird like cut in the video, I had an alarm go off and then it stopped my video. So I don't know if like it's still zoomed in the same or not, but okay. New Year's Eve and seasons we're skipping, but seasonal decor is getting 25. So now we have 1, 2, 300, 354, 25, $425 in seasonal decor. Yeah, I set an alarm so I wouldn't forget about the Instagram live, which I don't think I'm going to get to the shop by 10 a.m. So I might have to post and tell them I'm going to be late. All right, next is our savings challenges. Oops. Just like flew right out of there. I don't know. I like forgot that I needed to cash stuff this morning when I posted yesterday that I was going to be going live. Like, whoops. All right, so we are starting the first week of March, which is $150 for the 10K savings challenge. Let's actually mark that off first. I always try to do it sideways and I'm just like not used to it, so. All right, and there we go. I'm loving this monthly savings challenge. And I haven't asked a few times when it's restocking. I don't have like a date or anything when it's restocking, but they will be restocking like at some point. What's going on with this envelope here? There we go. All right, so for this savings challenge, this is just leftover spending cash. This is part of the reason I'm like, I think we can cut back on our spending cash just for March. It's just with like all the house stuff. I'm just trying to save as much money as possible, but still like have some freedom. Oh, we don't have any 5s. Okay. We do have 10s though. And it is the beginning of the month, so we can go ahead and count. How many are we adding? We're adding 3 10s. I feel like this early on in the savings challenge or like in the year, it's not as exciting. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. In the $10 savings challenge so far. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about these clear ones, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. They're not as easy to like flip through. I love the way they look, but they are just like so sticky. All right, and then we are adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 20s, so $100. That's awesome. Go Chris. He was the real MVP this month, or the month of February. All right. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, $200. So what is that? We had 200, was there 60 in the $10 savings challenge? Told you guys we'd count at the beginning of every month. So we have 200, and then yes, 60, and then 25. Ugh. See, and now this thing just came off. I can put it back on, but I'm not going to do that right now because now I feel rushed because it's almost 10 o'clock. All right, so in the $1 savings challenge, we have 20, 30, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 57. So 342 so far. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. All right, and then we will wrap it up with our month ahead savings challenges. All right, so for rent and mortgage, which I mean technically for us is a mortgage, we are doing 2 houses, so that's 160. I'm gonna grab the money first because if I don't, I forget. Oh my gosh, we are getting so close with these. All right, so I just did a cash condensing last week, so well, you will have seen it yesterday because it will upload the day before this video, but 1,000, 15, 16, 1650, 1670, 1680. All right, so that's how much we have saved up for being 1 month ahead with our mortgage. Health insurance. Is getting 150. So we're gonna color in 2 crosses. All right, so in this one, we have 500, 6, 7, 8, 9, 950, 1,000 saved up. Daycare is getting 80. Right? Yes. So 2 bottles. So 500, 6, 650, 670, 690, 710, 720. And so these placeholders that are in here, that money is actually in our savings account because these are actual saving funds. They're not, they're savings challenges, like for savings. They're not sinking funds. That's what I was trying to say. Miscellaneous is for our kids' tuition, and that is getting 80. So 2 of these. All right, so 500, 600, 650, 670, 690, 710, 730 again. So, but yeah, it is in our savings account because it's savings. I put our sinking funds in that separate binder because it's money that we could likely spend soon. And it's just much safer if it's out of sight, out of mind. Car insurance is also getting 80. So we're gonna color in 2 umbrellas. No, 4 umbrellas. All right, so in this one we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 470, 480. This one is way higher than what our car insurance actually is, but I'm like, I want to do a little bit more in this one because there's also like deductibles and stuff, like if something happens. So phone is getting 20. So we're going to color in 4 of these. All right, so total we have 50, 70, 90, 105. Electricity is getting 20. So 4 again. All right, so we have 50, 70, 90, 105. All right, and then the last one that we are stuffing today is heating and cooling, which is getting 40. So 4 hats. So we have 51, 150, 170. Is that right? Yeah, 100, 150. Okay, $190. This is insane. I cannot believe it. Let me finish my thought before I move on to the next one. I can't believe how much we've saved so far this year, but it also goes to show how much of your budget gets freed up when you're not making debt payments. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so then I'll add up the rest of these because I think the rest of these are complete for month 1 at least. So 60, 90, 90. And then subscriptions has 60, but then I also started with a new row, so this, and then 10. So 5,000. Oh my God, I just realized you guys can't even see my calculator this whole time. It wasn't even in the shot. But $5,320 is what we've saved up in our 1 month ahead savings challenge so far, which is just crazy. So I think that is it, you guys. We have done everything. I feel like that went by really fast. I was so excited to film this video and now I'm kind of sad it's over. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it blessed you in some way, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Have a great week, you guys.